Hello everyone, Carrots here. Welcome to episode 11 of the Isla Paradiso bunch. We have the same cast as usual, and in this episode we will see Sam patrolling the beach, rescuing drowning Sims, and improving his skills in athletics and charisma to gain promotions in his career. K to the City Island will be Sam's reward when he reaches level 10 in his lifeguard career and has rescued 35 Sims from drowning. In this video, we are at the end of autumn and we move on into winter. Currently, Sam is at level 2 in his lifeguard career. This level is called Mouth Breather. He's watching that Sim. She's been running around and paddling and splashing and playing in the water and walking around on the sand. Her name is Miley Arias, and she's decided now that she'd like to get in there and go for a swim. And Sam is surveying the beach and just watching to see what gets up. There's not very many Sims on the beach at the moment. There aren't many Sims on the beach, but I think that they will improve when the weather gets warmer and also when Sam gets to higher levels in his lifeguard career. There'll be more rescues that he's got to do at that point. I've also noticed that there are massive numbers of horses running around on this beach. I wish they'd all just go away. Hello, she is actually drowning now. I do hope that Sam spots her during his beach surveys. I've noticed it seems to take forever for him to actually respond to a drowning Sim. This is one of the reasons why I'm using Judy to help him out at the beach, because apparently giving CPR doesn't count towards rescuing Sims. And Judy is capable of giving CPR, but she can't rescue a drowning Sim because she's not in the lifeguard career. So Sam has to go do all the rescuing, but Judy's able to help him out with giving a bit of CPR. Unfortunately, Sam usually pushes in ahead of her and does the CPR himself anyway. Let's see what happens when he rescues Smiley from her imminent drowning. Just think, this is one more Sim that counts towards his total of 35 rescues. I don't know how many he's already rescued. I just hope the game remembers them. We'll see. I'll keep trying to do this. Hopefully we'll get the island in the end. It'll be the last island that we get. So if I start counting the number of rescues and I find it goes way above 35, I think I'll use a cheat to reveal the island at that point. But we're nowhere near that level yet. He's only on level 2 of his career. And I know he hasn't rescued 35 Sims yet. Interesting how he just walks or swims back to the beach and then his rescue Sim has to follow him. And she'll either walk up onto the beach and find a convenient spot to collapse onto for him to give a CPR, or she'll just walk up onto the beach and do nothing but just stand there. Marla has decided that she just wants to stand still. Sam has gone back to surveying the beach. I do sometimes have to remind him to go back to surveying the beach. It's good to keep an eye on him just in case he forgets what he's there for. I'm not sure if it lets Sims drown, if that goes against his number of rescues or not. And here we see Jeanie Jones. She has a lot of harvestables in her inventory. And she's going to go around to all the humble harvest stands and consign a lot, because they'll need a lot of money to build their resort, to get a 5-star resort. She's currently in the Blue Building, which is one of my 2 Sappy Seller stores that I built in it, both in my studio if you're wanting to have a look. We're currently looking around the Nectary or World Adventures room in the Blue Building. You can buy all your nectary supplies here. It's got a nectary register. You can buy nectar and other supplies. You can't sell the nectar that your Sims have made, though. Once she's finished with the blue building and she's bought some supplies from it, she moves on to the stone's throw greenhouse, where she not only consigns all of the harvestables she's got in her inventory, but she collects seeds, because they're going to need to have a rather large garden in the house that they've built on Plumbob Island. It's got a huge garden down on the bottom basement with a tractor that they can use to harvest and water their plants. I don't know, these Jeanies, we're back at home, and these Jeanies are in a bit of a hurry. There's something going on upstairs. Not only the Jeanies, looks like Sam's going there as well. He must have gone home. Oh, the barbecue's on fire again. It seems to happen quite often. I might have to replace that with something completely different, or just get rid of it, because it's a fire a day, I think, with this barbecue. And I never see who's cooking at the time when it gets on fire either. It just happens when I'm not around. They're all shouting and screaming. Somebody will put it out. They always seem to manage to. Be interesting to see if it gets away from them. There it is. Fire extinguisher. Look, it's gone near the steps. There's a trustee, looks like it's Josephine who's got into it that time with the fire extinguisher. And Judy, she's just been abducted and she's come back with an elderly looking alien. I guess she won't turn that one into a toad. I don't know who it is. But she's making her escape with the walking stick before Judy decides to do something with a toadify thing that she likes to do to aliens. You see the Packland Nakabel gnomes standing all around their pumpkin. Looks like they're dancing around the pumpkin, but they're doing it very slowly. So slowly that you can't see them moving at all. Little dog gnome down there too. See if it's a new one or not. No, it's already got a name, so it's not a new one. It's one we've had for a while. Give them a new barbecue. The other one was wrecked. This time we didn't get a sim from out on the street come running in though. Looks like Triton King's come up from his fishing in the basement, and he's got friendly enough with Judy that she's able to get a DNA sample from him, which means, of course, she can clone him if she chooses to in the science machine. Never cloned a mermaid. That might be an interesting thing to try in one of the later videos. I haven't got a recording of that happening because I haven't tried to do it yet. Here's Jeanie planting some seeds in the basement of Plumbob Island. And this is Muriel watering the garden in Plumbob Island. As you see, there's two different coloured mats there that they grow the plants in. The darker green ones have got the swift grow gardening stations, and that's where their floor's high enough to plant trees. And the other ones are for lower growing plants. Now, as you can see, Sam has just got a promotion at work just from running on this treadmill. So that's what I like about this career, of the lifeguard career. You don't get promoted just from running along the beach. I've seen him get promotions from using that treadmill or other athletic activity, and also while using the mirror to practice his charisma skill or reading a charisma book. He will get promotions. He's now at level 3 in his career, which means he is a flotation device. He spends time at the mirror, and sometimes I'll send him to the library to read charisma books. He's up to charisma volume 3 now. In map mode, on the left of the screen, you can see the 2 islands that are still to be uncovered. The small one is Kay to the City, and it will be uncovered by Sam, and the larger one is No Trouble Atoll, which will be uncovered by having a 5-star resort. And now we're back at the beach, and we can see the horses are still causing trouble for the Sims who are trying to enjoy the beach before the snow covers it. because it's now winter time in the game. An interesting approach by that boat up onto the sand, and out pops the Sim. There's Sam hiding in the bushes. He's surveying the beach. That's one end of his run along the beach, and then he'll run back the other side and stand in some more bushes and peer out and survey the beach from the other end of the beach. You can see him there, standing in the bushes, hiding. Don't know why he has to hide. Maybe he doesn't know the bushes are there. We've got a few Sims looking at getting into the water now. And the horses are still on the beach. Sometimes I think they don't know their way off, but there's a few ways they could get off. We've got a whole lot of Sims turning up now. It'd be funny if they all start drowning at the same time. Sam will have a bit of trouble rescuing them, but I don't think that'll happen just yet. He's still only a level 3, I think, and he's might be a level 4 in his career. When he gets to level 10, I think things will start getting a bit difficult. It's a nice picture of the snow-covered hill in the background and the reflections in the water. There's a few Sims there starting to paddle into the water. When they get out into the deep, they might start to drown. Give Sam something to do other than run up and down the beach. At least while he's running up and down the beach, he's completing his duty and gaining process in his career. There's someone drowning at the moment. Hope Sam spots him. Yep, he looks like he's going to run and rescue the Sim who is currently drowning. Wading slowly out into the water. Everything happens so slowly, I wonder that any of these Sims ever survive. But he seems to be successful. He manages to get them to come to safety eventually. I think when he gets a bit higher skilled, he will actually get there a bit faster, but not much faster. I wonder if this one needs CPR when he gets to the beach. No one's doing much moving at the moment. There's some Sims splashing in the background. Oh, yeah, he's turned around now. He's got the idea. He's following Sam into the beach, into safety. They usually get there. They take their time. They waddle up to the top of the sand while Sam stands there and waiting for them. And once they get up onto the high enough part of the beach, then they'll decide if they're going to require CPR or not. And in the meantime, somebody else is drowning. And Sam's still deciding whether or not to give the first bloke CPR, so I cancelled it on him. Jeanie can give CPR if he needs it. Sam's got to go out and get that drowning Sim. And he will eventually. But he might decide to do CPR first. Never can tell with Sam. It's very hard to cancel this action, even if you're really wanting to go save somebody who's actually drowning and get Judy to do the CPR. Often Sam will just completely ignore the drowning Sim. But this time he's going out there to get this one. Slowly, slowly he makes his way across to the drowning Sim. He'll get there eventually. Very slowly. The Sim isn't sinking at the moment, so they must be breathing. And he's got there. I give them their flotation device so they can get, that's it, now they can rescued. At least he's going back to the beach in a quicker way. Suppose that sim will need a bit of CPR. The other thing that stops him from actually going out and rescuing sims is waiting for a recently rescued sim to walk up to him and thank him for saving him. There's lots of impediments the game puts there to stop your sim from actually rescuing drowning sims. It's a bit of a battle to get them out there to save the sims that are drowning, in other words. Once this is the only island left to do, I will definitely be concentrating on making Sam rescue as many sims as possible, and I'll start counting the rescues at that point. So once it goes above 35, after Sam gets to be the only island that needs to be found, that will be when I use the cheat after there's 35 rescues counted by me, because I know there's a lot of rescues that have happened before that. Here she is, drama queen. She walks up to him, then she holds her forehead, and then she drops to the sand. So Sam will have to give her CPR. Of course, I try to get Judy to do it, but I think Sam insists on doing the job himself. Too bad if there's another sim waiting to be rescued at the time, but there he goes, CPR by Sam. As Judy's standing by, she could have been doing the CPR at this point, but she's not, because Sam wouldn't let her do it. I like that red sail that boats around, a lot of boats with that red sail around all the time. There's birds outside my window, a lot of parrots chirping. I suppose I'll end up on this video. So if you hear lots of birds chirping, that are probably Blue Mountain parrots. There were like flocks of them around here. And they're all out there screeching and carrying on. So that one's done. CPR's done. Now somebody else can drown and Sam can rescue them. Unless he runs out of time, he's not on duty anymore. As soon as he's not on duty anymore, he can go home and start doing some exercise to get his career level up. It's much easier doing the exercise or reading charisma books than it is actually running up and down the beach. He seems to gain his points towards getting his career advancement a lot faster when he's exercising or reading his charisma books. Running up and down the beach is a pretty slow way of getting advancement in his career. He's also got to work on making new friends, and some of these sims that he's rescuing can come in handy with that, because he needs a certain number of sims to be able to advance in the charisma skill. And if he rescues a sim and they want to thank him, and then they get into a long conversation and they eventually become friends, that helps Sam advance with charisma, which is a fast way of advancing his career. So rescuing sims is not necessarily the only or fastest way of advancement. Also, sometimes you'll see, when the weather's cold, you'll see a sim just standing still in the water, not doing anything. They're the ones that will freeze when they get out of the water. They'll walk up the beach a bit and then just drop down onto the sand, frozen. And I think we've got a frozen sim on the beach at the moment on the right-hand side of the screen up high, just below that message that really annoys me that keeps popping up. Can't do anything to stop those messages. There she is, one frozen sim. I'll get Judy to come over and unfreeze her. Interesting the way they do it. Just pop their handy hairdryer out from their back pocket, wave it in the air a few times over the sim, and the sim jumps up and they're unfrozen. That sim was probably just standing still in the water for a while. There goes the hairdryer. Let the warmth go through, and then she collapses. She's thawed out now. She's still very blue looking, but she's now not frozen anymore, so she can go home safely. Snowing in the beach now, and there's still sims there swimming and jumping up and down in the water. I don't think I'll do very much with the beach while it's snowing, because I don't like watching sims in the water frozen. Judy isn't affected by the cold because she's got the immune to the cold lifetime reward. And I think most of the other sims are townies. I've got no control over them. The only sims I'm controlling on the beach at the moment are Sam and Judy. I seem to have limited control over Sam because he's running up and down the beach, surveying the beach and rescuing sims. There's some pretty pictures coming up here. I actually put the screenshots I'd taken in the end because I found that with the video itself, I was wobbling all over the place and was making me seasick looking at it. So this is just a screenshot so you can see the beautiful view. And it's the same scene as I had in the video, it's just that the video was wobbly. I think we're back on the video now, or we should be. We're back in the video now. So Sam's found a sim on the beach who he's used his hairdryer on. I missed the hair drying bit, but there she is. She's thawed out and all blue. Hopefully he'll have a chat with her. I was watching that sim in the background jumping around in the water, thinking I bet they freeze next, but they didn't. Not until it hadn't frozen before Sam went home from work anyway. That's just a nice snowy picture of the beach. I'm going to concentrate on indoor activities and building the resort from here on in, although there will still be a few videos that show bits of Sam working at the beach. Oh yeah, this is an interesting attempt. That's one of the ghosts who died from drowning. There's a ghost family living in Isla Paradiso. In a game that I was playing when Isla Paradiso first came out, my lifesaver sim at that time decided to rescue a drowning sim instead of the drowning ghost. And the ghost got angry and walked up the beach and slapped my sim many times because he let her drown, or him drown, rather than rescuing the other sim that was not a ghost. But Sam's going to go out into that freezing water to rescue a ghost who has decided to swim out there and drown. Poor Sam. He's not immune to the cold either. I'll have to give him that lifetime reward as soon as he's got enough lifetime happiness points to be able to get it. But by then I suppose it'll be summertime and I'll be giving him the immune to heat reward instead. I've reduced the length of the winters in this game because it's Isla Paradiso. I've got spring, summer and autumn are all set to 28 days, but I've got winter set to 14 days. Simply because I get so much lag when there's all this snow and wintry stuff happening. I decided that there's a few previous games I've played where I've actually just closed the game down and moved to a new world when it became so unplayable during the winter. I hope when I get my new laptop and my Sims on my new laptop that it will actually play the game a lot better because it'll have a stronger video card and a faster processor than this one has got. So there's the ghost up on the beach. Is she going to require CPR? I think her name's Cara Dreg. I think the scenery's beautiful. The colours, I like the colours in the winter time, but not the lag that the carrying on you get during winter. And besides, where I come from and where I've lived all of my life, we don't have snow. So I'm not got any feelings of love or hate for the snow. It's just that my game lags when it's in the winter time. Back at home, Salty has arrived to visit Hayley, their girlfriend and boyfriend at the moment. Hayley was looking for Salty in the ocean in the last video, but she never came across him. I'm not too sure if Salty turned up all by himself here or if she signaled him with the shell. Sometimes she signals him, and sometimes he actually does turn up to see her without being invited. At this point, they're in the top basement back at the house. There's Stella Dog just making a wander through the scene. They're refreshing their friendship and their relationship. I think we'll have a wedding with these pairs shortly. Salty needs to see the ghost of his wealthy spouse to achieve his lifetime wish. Poor Hayley, she doesn't know that. She just thinks he's a gorgeous, happy mermaid that she's met in the ocean, and it's all romantic, and she just loves to be with Salty. With that chatting, they haven't seen each other for a while, but they need to just rekindle their friendship and their relationship just a little, and they can go on and have some fun together. And then Salty can go back to his home. He's actually a homeless sim, but Hayley doesn't know that either. She's just somebody who she doesn't know where he lives, and she just hopes he turns up sometime. So she can't go visiting him. Like, he can just visit her anytime he likes, but she can only see him if he turns up or if she signals him and he comes. Oh yes, their group has now become romantic. So they have grouped up at this point. It's that kitty cat there next to Salty. This looks interesting. Wonder what's going to happen next. Looks like the chef isn't turning up. No stupid messages again. So, yes, she has ensconced him, so he's now under our control. His will is not entirely his own. You can see his purple covered image in the screen. Look, their gardeners are there gardening, and Salty's going over to the shower. They usually leave their clothes on when they have a shower. This particular one is a public shower. Not quite sure what's about to happen here. He obviously decided he needs a bath. Uh-oh. I didn't expect to see that happening, especially not with the gardeners there. Luckily there's a little square rectangle thing over black that's covering up what's actually going on. And here's Sam. He can go home now, but he's decided to go for a swim instead. I think I'll just send him home before he turns into an icicle. There he heads off home in the water taxi. That's a nice picture of the island. And there's Judy chatting up Craig. Not too sure if there's romance happening there or not. Oh, they've moved on to another place. And here's Sam. He's now working on his charisma skill. Sometimes he changes into his work outfit when he's working on his charisma skill or his athletic skill. And that's what he's done here. While he talks to himself in the mirror to build his charisma, he's gone putting on his togs, so he's in his work outfit. Hayley's now on her own, and she's reading her fishing book. She's got to learn a lot of fishing bait recipes, or bait for the fish, so she can go fishing with bait. And to get Sam's lifetime reward, I keep saying that, a lifetime wish, he needs to be a top-level sculptor, amongst other things. And I've also got to empty their inventories regularly so the game doesn't slow down. That causes lag too if you have a full inventory. And here's Sam. He's gone to the library to read Charisma Level 3. And that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye bye for now. Carrots out.